Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we have this exclusive release from the A24 shop of Lamp. Hello again and thanks for tuning in. And as I was saying, in today's review we have this A24 shop exclusive version of Lamp. But before we start, please, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel or following me on Instagram if you are interested in this kind of content. Now yes, let's begin with the review. First of all, let's take a look at the presentation of this edition. So here in the cover we can see the original cover, which in my opinion is extremely beautiful. That's why I wanted this release instead of other releases that are out there, because this one was the only one with the original cover. On the spine there's nothing too revealing there, and on the back you have some description of the contents of the disc and this image right here you can see. So let's open this up, and this is presented as a media book, I think it be named. You can see here, and the disc is very simple yet beautiful, like with this very pale pink color that looks super good. It's, you can also see it here on the spine. Fits the faded colors of the movie very well. And then on the inside there's this booklet, you can see here, front and back, which has several things. Let's take a look at it. It's mostly images. I would say first of all it has the disc contents, which we'll go over in a minute, and then there are it says production design and sketches, characters, character concept art, and there are some sketches right about the characters of the movie, right? Then there is some storyboard excerpts, so you can see here, for example. This is also interesting. It depends on how much you are into movie making, but I think it's very interesting to learn more about the process. Then there are some pictures. Here you can see beautiful Iceland, and then there are sketches by storyboard artists. You can see here also more sketches about character design, right? And lastly, there are some behind the scenes photography. Okay, moving on. Let's begin talking about the picture quality. The first time I watched this movie, it was from a Blu-ray, and I thought at that point that this was not the kind of movie that would benefit too much from a 4K release. I thought like the movie has like pretty like pale colors, and I thought like maybe like a 4K wouldn't do much for it. But after watching now this 4K upgrade, I have to say I was completely wrong. This 4K version actually looks so much better. I'm very happy that I got it. Regarding audio tracks, there's only one in this movie, a DTS HD 5.1, that is very good in my opinion, and one can really enjoy the beautiful score this movie has. We'll talk about it in a minute, but also since this is a horror movie, there are a lot of audio cues that are very important, and I think in this audio track they are very highlighted. The audio track is presented in the original language, Icelandic. That is the place where the movie was filmed, and also the director, Vladimir Johansson, is also from Iceland. Moving on, let's talk about the bonus features of the disc, and those are 4 deleted scenes and 2 shorts directed also by Vladimir Johansson. I think these extras are good because there are things that are not that easy to find online if one doesn't have the disc, but it feels like they could have added a little bit more stuff, especially something regarding the movie itself, right? Something like behind the scenes or something more like related of how they made the movie. So these extras are good. It just feels like there could have been a little more. But another thing to mention, I think here that is important, is that the price of this disc compared to other A24 exclusive actually is pretty affordable. The price of this release is $34 compared to these other collector's editions that starts from $45 for Blu-rays, $47 for the 4Ks, and actually the latest release they did, which is Everything Everywhere All at Once, cost $50 for the 4K. And sure, this edition is not the same as those collector ones that come in these taller presentations, but still I think for 34 you had actually a very good release. Maybe a downside, but happens the same with those other releases, is that the Blu-ray is not included, so it's just a 4K disc. And the downside of this is that not everyone has many 4K players in one's home, right? So if you have a second TV and you have a normal Blu-ray player there, then you can just not play the movie. You have to like go and move the Blu-ray player. So that's one of the reasons why having a Blu-ray won't make these releases much more expensive, and is a good benefit in my opinion. And moving on, let's talk about other releases. As I said before, this is an A24 shop exclusive release coming from the United States. I had to import it here, like living in Europe. And the other options we have here in Europe, there's a 4K German release, which is a media book that actually looks very good, I think. And you can get it on Amazon Germany for sure, and also on eBay. The good thing about eBay is that if you add the item to your wish list, or like show some interest in the product, the seller might make an offer with a little bit lower price. So if you're not very hurried, you can try that technique and get it for a few dollars less. But that German version is the only other 4K version out there. Then there are a couple Blu-ray releases, one from Movie, which actually has this same cover, but this is a carton board, right? It's in my opinion nicer. And then there is a French release that also has a different cover. And again, talking about the cover, I want to highlight like how beautiful this presentation is. I think it's very nice shelf material, and furthermore, there's also the soundtrack also, it comes in vinyl, which is also super beautiful, as you can see here. I haven't posted the review of this on the channel yet, but it's coming very soon. So stick around and subscribe if you're interested of getting notified when this goes live. So that was all for the review of Lamb. In my opinion, if you like the movie or this kind of movies, I definitely recommend you get this version because it's beautiful. You get a very good product for the value, and the movie and the picture and audio quality are very good. Lastly, a reminder, I will post detailed pictures of this release on Instagram, which you can find me with the same handle, Physical Media EU. So check out there the pictures of this release and previous reviews as well. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.